So today, we're going to make brown veal sauce and its subsequent sauce called Fond Lié. Welcome to Food of Love with Chef Dad. You know what to do. Want to make something delicious? Let's get started. We're going to go down a really long and dark rabbit hole today. There are many times when I go to the store and I buy chicken stock or beef stock, and it works for a lot of different things like simple soups and sauces. But there are times, especially for a complex and rich steak sauce or a rich onion soup, that you're going to want to have on hand fresh stock that you made at home. And it allows you to make the subsequent sauces that rely on that really, really hearty base stock. Now, before you embark on this journey, make sure you have the time to complete it. The veal stock really takes 2 to 3 days. It takes a whole day to gather the ingredients, a whole day of cooking, and if it hasn't cooled enough, the third day to portion it out and freeze it. The Fond Lié can be made relatively quickly, but you may be exhausted by the end of that full day of cooking and plan an extra day for the Fond Lié. The ingredient list can be overwhelming. The sheer quantity of meat and bones should definitely get your attention. But that's what drives the richness of the preparation. You can also do this with beef, chicken, or what I like to do every year after we've carved our turkey is use the turkey bones. Look, 8 pounds of veal meat and bones is a lot. It's going to take a whole cookie sheet. You're going to have 2 pounds of chicken wings, 3 tablespoons of tomato puree, about 7 quarts of water, 2 medium onions that are quartered, 2 medium carrots cut in 3-inch lengths, 2 medium celery stalks cut in 3-inch lengths, 2 medium leeks, washed thoroughly, make sure that they don't have any sand left in them, and cut, you guessed it, in 3-inch lengths, 2 large Roma tomatoes cut in half, a whole bulb of garlic, separated but not peeled, 2 to 3 bay leaves, a half teaspoon of whole black peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a handful of fresh herbs, whatever's available, like thyme, rosemary, oregano. And you're going to need close to a whole bottle of wine. It can be red or white. Why do cattle transporters always have a carousel for the calves? Because the veals on the bus go round and round. Now take a deep breath. This is going to consume your kitchen for the entire day. You start by preheating your oven to 425 convection roast. In the first pan, I put all of the veal and the veal bones in a single layer. No need to add anything more to this layer. We're going to put this in the oven about 1 level down from the top and roast for about 15 minutes, turning it 2 or 3 times. If you have sensitive smoke alarms like I do, have a plan to fan them off as quickly as you can. Yes, I have woken up my entire family on a Saturday morning with the fire alarms going off. Meanwhile, coat the chicken wings with the tomato paste. Now we're going to take all the rest of the ingredients, except for the wine and the herbs, and put them on the second cookie sheet on an even layer. Once the veal has been roasted for about 15 minutes, we're going to add the second cookie sheet to a layer below in the oven, and we're going to continue cooking and roasting for 45 minutes to an hour, turning occasionally, until all the ingredients are nicely browned. If you have a fine mesh sieve, you don't need to do the next step. If you do not, take your herbs, your bay leaves, your peppercorns, and place them in a sealable tea bag. This is called a Bouquet garni. We're going to throw that in a 12-quart stock pot along with some salt. When the roasting is complete, we're going to take the pans out of the oven and put all the contents into the stock pot. Now we're going to turn on the burner below our cookie sheet because we want to bring all that brown bits to fond that is stuck to them. We're going to pour about half a bottle of wine into the cookie sheet and start breaking that all up. And then we're going to pour that all into the stock pot. We're going to do this for both pans. You'll be surprised, you're going to use just about that whole bottle of wine. Now we're going to add enough water into the stock pot to cover all of the pieces. It's going to be about 6 to 7 quarts. Then you're going to bring it to a low simmer, and that's going to take way longer than you can imagine. It's going to be like 25 minutes. Once the simmering starts, reduce the heat to your lowest setting and cover it. And now you set a timer for 5 hours. Yep, 5 hours. Stir the contents every 30 minutes or so to ensure that it's still simmering and it's not boiling over. At 5 hours, uncover it and let it continue to simmer for another 2. One of the ways you know that you're done is when you're looking at your stock pot, you'll notice that all of the fat has come up to the surface. That might be a little bit less or a little bit longer than the times that I've just described. When it's done, you're going to want to remove all of the solid contents, especially the bones, the bay leaves, and the peppercorn. We're going to put them in a discard container. Once the big pieces are out, I like to use a gravy separator, which has a small, coarser strainer on top. As it fills up, I run the liquid through my fine mesh strainer, which is going directly into my 8-quart stock pot. Remember, put a trivet under that stock pot. I then discard the fat in a separate waste container. And we're going to rinse and repeat until we get all of the contents of the 12-quart stock pot through the mesh sieve into the 8-quart stock pot. All right, now take a minute. Your face has been in steam for the last 10 minutes or so, and you're probably hot from the proximity to all of this. Allow yourself to clean up your workspace a little bit. Now, I bet you thought you were done. You're not done yet. We're still going. Okay, because look at this pot. It's got about 7 quarts of stock in it. And I want to get that down to about 4 quarts. And that's going to take another 1 to 2 hours. And when you get to about 4 quarts, we're going to cut the heat and we're going to take the stock pot off the hot burner. Now this is going to have to cool for another 1 to 2 hours before it's ready to be packaged for the fridge or the freezer. If you were to continue to reduce this down to about 2 quarts, it would become what's called demi-glace or meat glaze. This is a super concentrated additive to finish off sausage, which you'll see me do from time to time. While filming this episode, I had a revelation. I used to take my entire pot that had cooled off and I'd put it in the fridge overnight, and then the following day I would portion out into resealable bags. For this batch, I don't know why, I decided to use a cupcake tray, which holds almost exactly half a cup. But when I used a metal cupcake tray, I had a real trouble removing them. So I had another revelation. I found these silicone cupcake trays. You can put hot liquid right into these and they can go straight into the freezer. This is changing my life. The next day I pop out all of the new cupcakes that I just made. I wrap them in cellophane and then I put them in a larger freezer bag and store them in the freezer. I just don't get this synthetic meat craze that's going on right now. Why do we have to reinvent the veal? This stock can be used in a variety of different ways, such as the base for a soup, or add to your marsala, see the link. But if you're going to make a more complex sauce, you're not done yet. We're going to forge this into a variety of different French sauces, such as Bordelaise, see the link to that, or the Madeira sauce for Tornado Rossini, see the link to that. So we're going to make what's called Fond Lié. It's a thickened brown sauce with arrowroot. For Fond Lié, we're going to start with a quart, 4 cups of our brown veal stock. We're going to need 1 cup of coarsely chopped cremini, 5 tablespoons of arrowroot dissolved in 1/3 cup of water, and caramel for color. Now, this is not the caramel you get in the store. We'll talk more about that later. Now, if you've just finished your brown veal stock and you still have another 30 minutes of stamina, go for it. I tend to wait till the next day. So we're going to start by combining our brown veal stock with our chopped cremini mushrooms. Let this come to a simmer for about 15 minutes. Stir intermittently. Once 15 minutes have passed, we're going to add this into the stock with a whisk in hand, and we're going to whisk it together. While we're whisking this, it'll take some time to incorporate and thicken. In the meantime, I've made this jar of caramel, which is caramelized onions. That's so far down the rabbit hole that I'm not going to include it in this. It's really just to add color and makes the sauce a little bit darker. Once this sauce starts to thicken and glisten a little bit, that's when it's done. It's going to take 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to run this through a fine mesh sieve and press down on the mushrooms to extract all of their flavor. All right, you're done. We're going to portion out the Fond Lié into our silicone cupcake maker. Tomorrow, take them out of the freezer, individually wrap them, put them in a larger bag, and you're ready to make the next level French sauce. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications. Feel free to share with friends and family. We'll see you next time on Food of Love with Chef Dad.